Yeah, so that week in March I can talk about now. I mentioned it like a couple of weeks after it happened because I was like, wow, remind me to talk about that. And that's because it's directly related to the thing. So a lesson that you should learn generally in life is that if somebody prescribes you medication, you have to take it and you shouldn't ignore a doctor's orders. And I did the stupidest thing, and it was a train wreck. I don't remember when this was. I mean, it was sometime in the middle of March. I think it was before or after I came back from a trip. And basically, I forgot to renew my repeat prescription for antidepressants, which is awful. And actually, it's a terrible thing to do because if you're taking any kind of medication, if you suddenly go off it, that's awful because your body adjusts to medication, you get used to it, it changes the way you think, it changes the way you feel, and it's horrendous. And I, being an idiot, thought that I had a week's more of these pills than I actually had, and then forgot to renew my repeat prescription. And then I did it with the doctor, and they said, oh, yeah, well, that's going to be 2 weeks now to get it back. And it's actually horrendous. Now, I survived, so naturally, it's kind of funny. I can say that because I can laugh at my own suffering. It's also kind of not funny, but it's also kind of funny. Like, for some people, it can be, like, really seriously a dangerous and terrible thing to do. So, not funny. But for me, like, I was just a complete mess because it didn't it just my body and my mind was completely all over the place. Like I was feeling really sick, like I was being sick randomly. I didn't want to eat anything. I was really dizzy all the time. My mind was just like a cloud. I was just like, ugh, for the whole week. And honestly, it was like I was on the craziest trip ever for 2 whole weeks, but I had to try and hold it together. And I was really busy. Like I was doing so many. I was meeting loads of people, and it was the worst time ever. And I just had to pretend to be like, "Hi, I'm Dan, and I'm not seeing every color that doesn't exist at the same time right now." Absolutely horrific. So for two, I just wasn't functional. I wasn't sleeping. I was like falling over all the time. I was being sick, and I was just smiling at people like, yeah, yeah, I'm fine. Absolutely horrifying. Peace.